Hey YouTube, it's Ari back with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing a where have I been video. It was supposed to be a get ready with me, but I was running behind, so I had to just make this a story time. Basically, where have I been? The last video I posted was in December, and it was like after Christmas. I had posted a haul of what I got for Christmas, and I'm basically going to be telling you guys what happened after that. I feel like anybody could put two and two together and tell where have I been, but if you can't, I basically became a mom. And I found out I was becoming a mom a few days after Christmas. So I'm just going to get into how I found that out and what happened. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet because last time I tried to record this video, my phone kept cutting off because of storage reasons. So I put more storage on there, but I don't want it to keep cutting off. So I'm going to try to like sum it up, but also get in every detail. So basically, and I'm going to put some like pictures and videos into this video throughout so you guys can see the journey, because I didn't really post on TikTok or Instagram during my whole pregnancy. I was not on social media, and like my second trimester, I think I got off social media. For the beginning of my first, I was on it, but I got off due to like, you know, my mental and plus privacy reasons. I just didn't really want like everybody to know type shit. It wasn't really no real reason. I'm very private. I'm a very private person. So I took the opportunity to like get my headspace right and just focus on myself, my baby, and my relationship and stuff like that. So to get into the video, let's start with after Christmas. So after Christmas, I didn't have no real bad symptoms. On Christmas Day, my period was late, which was not normal for me because I had irregular periods before. So I was like, oh, this is nothing. Like, it could just be like, you know, like maybe a little few days later something. So that's what I was assuming was going on at the time. It wasn't no big red flags yet. And then real suspicion didn't come in. Now, my intuition, I feel like this was intuition because the December New Year's Eve, I was out and I was just at a party and I was chilling, like I was drinking and everything. So I was at the party, and that's not where my suspicion came in. It was the morning after. So New Year's Day is when I woke up and I was with my boyfriend, and I was like, I'm gonna order a pregnancy test. I don't know what made me want to order a pregnancy test because, like I said, it was no symptoms. I wasn't really nauseous. I wasn't like, nothing really stood out and screamed you're pregnant. So I just woke up and I was like, I'm gonna order this. So that's when I ordered it. And then I took it and it looked a little faint to me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait 2 days, because I think that's what I read, like take them every 2 days and the line would get darker or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait 2 days and then I'm gonna take it again. So I waited the 2 days. I took it again. The line was faint, but it was more darker than the first line. I'm still in denial. I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna take it again in another 2 days. I took like 6 of them. But what really stood out to me was when, now as females, I feel like everybody's body's different, but mine specifically, a week before my period, might be TMI, but my nipples would be sore. And I would be like, I wouldn't really, like, it would be sore, then it would go away, like the week of my period, like the week my period was about to happen. And then it would be sore on my period. But like the sore, like it was sore for like the day, New Year's Day. I'm gonna say it got sore around like maybe the 3rd day after New Year's. They got really, really sore. And I was like, and it kept being sore, like it was an ongoing sore. My nipples would be sore before my period. The week before my period, it would be like, the max is like 2 days. They were sore for like almost a week, and I was like, that's not normal for me. So that was the big red flag for me, was my nipples being as sore as they were And I was like, what is going on? So after that happened, I kept taking them, like I said, and then I got a real big positive. I knew, first of all, it was always positive, but being a girl, you just always need that reassurance. So you keep going. And that's basically what I was doing. I just kept taking them even though I knew what the tests were saying. So after I took my very last one before I went to a different place to confirm it, so I took my last one and it popped up literally within like 2 minutes. Everybody knows on the back of a pregnancy box, it says like the max is like 5 minutes. So then I went to Planned Parenthood and I got them to do a test. Just, I don't know, like I said, more confirmation. They put it on paper, pregnancy. They like went off my last date of my period. Then I went to a place called Amnion and they did a ultrasound, and I'm gonna put the pictures in here. They did an ultrasound, but I was so early that they only seen a sac, so they didn't see no baby inside. And she was like, oh, come back in 2 weeks. So I came back in 2 weeks, and then it showed the baby and I got to hear the heartbeat, and I was like, damn, this is real. I seen the heartbeat. Me and my boyfriend, we seen the heartbeat, we heard him, and we were like, wow, like, oh, that's when I feel like it became real. That was a very sacred moment. Like, honestly, that was such a beautiful moment to experience, is hearing your baby's heartbeat for the first time and also seeing your tiny little baby on an ultrasound. That was a good experience, and I'm glad that I did that. And I did it kind of like privately, because for me, I didn't want to tell nobody, and I didn't tell nobody for 3 months. That was just a decision I made. Like, when I tell you I didn't tell nobody for 3 months. And my boyfriend, he told his side of the family first because I was scared to tell mine. It's not gonna lie. But he told his side of the family first, and then like a day or 2 days later I told my side of the family. But we seen the ultrasound, and then our next appointment, I called my doctor's office and they were like 12 weeks. That wait that they make you wait is so freaking long, right? I was like, in that moment, not being able to see or hear your baby or know that your baby's okay, other than your body not having no like physical signs, was so like, oh my gosh, that wait was so long, because they would not let us. When I went to Amnion, I was 6 weeks and they were like, oh, you have to come at 12 weeks for your next thing. So I was like, dang, like that was such a long wait. But yeah, so in between that time of the wait, I was like keeping everything private. Like, I was still, mind you, I had no nausea, so like no physical symptoms where anybody could be like, oh yeah, she's pregnant. Like, I was still going on with life like normal. Like, nobody could really tell for real. And then I finally told, after the 3 months, I told my mom, and then she told everybody for real. And then I called like a few friends and everything and told them. And then of course my family, my boyfriend's family, that's pretty much how everybody knew. It wasn't really no like surprise for real. But yeah, and then after that, it kind of was a weight off my shoulder, because then I wasn't keeping it a secret. But then again, later on in pregnancy, I kind of wish I kept it a little bit longer, more privacy. Just because, I don't know, I'm just a very private person, and I'm not used to like everybody being in my business or asking me like questions about certain things. So I was like, oh. But yeah, it wasn't no big issue for real. So after that happened, we had like, it was just like normal. Like, we just waited until doctor's appointments, and like I said, I'm gonna insert like all the early ultrasound pictures I have and heartbeat videos and everything. I'm gonna try to insert those all into this video together. But yeah, and then I had a gender reveal. We invited family, friends close to us, stuff like that. We didn't have a big gender reveal. Actually, no, it was a lot of people, but it wasn't meant to be a lot of people. But yeah, we had a gender reveal, and he wanted a girl, I wanted a boy, and we got a boy. But he was happy either way. Like, it wasn't no any type of way. He's happy. But yeah, so we had our gender reveal, and that's when we found out we were having a little boy. And I'll insert pictures from the gender reveal because I took pictures and I took videos. So I'm gonna insert those into the video as well. I'll probably put all the videos and pictures right here. And then after the gender reveal, that's when I started planning the baby shower. Yeah, I started planning like a theme for it. I didn't plan it myself because gratefully his mom paid for like the decorations and everything, so I didn't have to really do all of that. But yeah, so the we had the baby shower and we chose Cookie Monster theme, so that was cute. I'm gonna insert all these pictures and videos from the baby shower included. And then I made a few videos while I was pregnant, but I never got to edit those, and I never really like posted them either. So, but I did try to vlog, but they were like really short vlogs and I wasn't really doing anything, so I was like, it's like it wasn't good content, so I was like, I'm not gonna post it. But I did try to do a few vlogs. But then yeah, so we did the baby shower, and then after that it was more like me getting everything ready for him to come. So after the baby shower, it was like washing stuff and putting cribs together and stuff like that, waiting for him to get here. And that's exactly what I did for the rest of the time. Being pregnant in the summer, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, no, never want to experience that again. Like, it was when my bump got really big. Like, that's when I had the most trouble. My bump was huge, and then I'm having to try to like do things, and my bump is just big, like in front of me, just big, taking up so much space. I went from no bump, and I wanted a bump real bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get a bump. As soon as I got a bump and that joint kept growing, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so something in my hair. So that's what happened with that. Then I tried to do a birth vlog, but I only recorded the first part. My whole thing was to go without epidural. That was my mind set before I was in labor. And I also got induced. I got induced because I got induced at 37 weeks. It was no real reason. I didn't have no like reason to get induced other than me being tired of being pregnant. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get induced. I was big, I was hot. Pains, I was having, at the time, I think I was having pelvic pains, real bad pelvic pains. But that's about it. And I was just over being pregnant. And I was like, I want to get induced. And I kept blowing up them hospitals. They was like, call for a room. I kept blowing up the hospitals. Then they finally was like, we have a bed open. As soon as they said that, bags packed, in the car on the way. That's how fast it went. So, packed up everything, got in the car that day, went to the hospital. I went 5 centimeters. I was 5 centimeters dilated without any epidural. That's where I got to. And then they started kicking in bad. Like, oh my gosh, I couldn't go to the bathroom without, like, as soon as I stood up to go to the bathroom, pain. I bent over, I was like, heck no. That man trying to sit there, the epidural man come in the room trying to sit there and read me everything. I'm like, bro, let me sign them papers and give me this dang epidural. I'm not playing with you. Like, I was so over it. Like, I was in pain. Like, pain. And then once I got the epidural, I was done. Like, I was so fine. I just couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't get up to pee. So they had to keep coming in on, like, the little catheter. They had to do all that. And then, what happened after that? Around like 6 in the morning, I felt like the urge that I had to pee. But you know, like, since you're numb, you shouldn't really feel nothing down there for real. But I felt like I kept feeling like this urge, like, all right, girl, you gotta pee. Like, so I'm like, I tapped my boyfriend because he's sleeping next to me. And I tapped him, I'm like, I gotta pee. And before I know it, after he woke up, I just started, like, it was basically my water breaking. At the time, I didn't know that. I thought I was peeing myself, honestly. So it just started coming out, and I was like, and then it kept coming out, and that's when I was like, I know this isn't, this doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like pee. So that's when they came in and they were like, oh, I think they had said I jumped to like 9 centimeters. They was like, oh, you're ready to push. Like, as soon as they came in, they was like, oh yeah, you're ready. I was like, oh my gosh, that went fast. And then that's when the best thing in my life happened to me, and I had my son. So they came in the room. You're ready to push. I'm pushing. Bruh. The breath work that it takes to push a baby out, oh my gosh. Like, but yeah, so I'm breathing and I'm pushing. I honestly could feel his head coming out. It wasn't no bad pain, but you could feel like the pressure, and I felt like I was stretching. So I could feel his head coming out. And that might be TMI as well. But if you're a girl, you wouldn't mind because you're gonna go through it if you want kids. But so yeah, like, I felt his head coming out, and then I gotta hurry up, the sun's setting. But so I felt his head coming out, and then he finally came out, and he didn't cry. He was actually really quiet, baby. It didn't alarm me that he didn't cry because everybody's reaction in the room, I felt like, would have been different if it was anything wrong. So he came out, they like weighed him, everything, they put him on my chest. He latched on pretty quickly, but then like after that it was a struggle. But that's nothing really to talk about. So yeah, that's what happened. And then of course we stayed a few days, but I think we stayed longer than we were supposed to stay. We ended up staying like 4 days, I think, because he had jaundice, so his skin was really yellow, and we ended up staying longer than we were supposed to stay. So because I wasn't leaving the hospital without my baby. I wasn't. I do not care that I had to sleep in that bed. Oh my gosh, nobody told me that after you give birth, after you get epidural, that your first time walking, first of all, I think it was not only my first time walking because my legs were still like kind of numb, it was also, I think, the blood that I lost. I stood up to go to the bathroom for the first time, and I almost felt like I was about to pass out. Like, shout out to my boyfriend, because he literally was an angel for being there with me. Like, he helped me shower, helped me get up out the bed and walk to the bathroom. Like, he helped me in so many ways. So shout out to him, because I wasn't gonna make, like, girl, like, nobody's prepared me for that. Not even the nurses told me. I mean, they told me, be careful when you get up, stuff like that, but they didn't tell me, oh, when you get up, you might feel like you about to faint because X, Y, and Z. So when I stood up, I definitely, like, I low-key inside, I panicked. I didn't, like, no major panic, but I was like, am I about to, like, pass out? What's about to happen? Like, I did not feel normal. Then the first shower, oh my gosh, I hated that. The healing process, definitely, the only thing, I ended up with stitches, like 4 different spots. I didn't get major tears, just little tears and stuff. So they stitched me up, and that was the only part of the healing I didn't like, was the stitches, because as a female, you know, like, when you pee, it's gonna burn. You gotta spray the little bottle up there. So that was the part that I just didn't like out of the whole healing process. Everything else was cool. But it was kind of stressful after, because like I said, he had jaundice. So when we brought him home, going to the doctors, they were like, oh, we might have to admit him back into the hospital if his jaundice doesn't get better. And I was like, I did not want that to happen, because they weren't going to let me stay. They were going to put him in like the little unit where all the babies are at. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want that to happen. So I started praying. And then we also gave him vitamin D, I think. His doctor prescribed him, or vitamin C. It was something like that. And his jaundice cleared up quick. And we went back to the doctors. His levels went down. They were like, oh, he's good. And ever since then, he's been good. He's been perfectly fine, healthy. Thank God. Everything is right. He's healthy. He's happy. He's such a happy baby. But yeah, and my baby is now 5 months today. So crazy part is, he was born on the 15th. Me and my boyfriend got together on the 15th. That's the craziest part. But we got together August 15th. He was born September 15th. So that was random, but like, I don't know. I think of that sometimes. But yeah, so that's what's really been happening. I just been being a mom. But now that I told you guys where I've been, I can now post content, like mommy vlogs, mommy get ready with me, spend the day with us, stuff like that. Because before, I didn't really have no real life vlogs to post. But yeah, so I'm gonna be posting mommy content now, that I gave you guys a story time of where I've been and what's been going on with me, and I get to share that part with you guys. I don't feel comfortable putting him on YouTube yet, because like I said, I've been off social media, so I haven't posted him on no social media. So I'm not gonna feel comfortable like just jumping into it. But eventually you guys will get to see him. But our vlog, I still want to do like little vlogs and stuff, and I'm not gonna be like, no celebrity stuff. It's not being like a celebrity. I just prefer not to. And I'm gonna still post vlogs though with him in it and everything. I just probably won't like show his face from the jump. I'll probably ease my way into it. But look forward to mommy content, mommy vlogs, stuff like that, because we have a lot of important things coming up. Also, a lot of life updates that are happening, a lot of exciting things are happening. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. I have 2 more big things. Well, 3 really. His first birthday, obviously still some time to go, but it's in September, so I will definitely plan that, and probably try to vlog as much of that as I can as well, because I do want him to also look back on videos as he get older and see everything. So I'm gonna try to post videos of that, and then other things as well. So this is such an exciting journey, and I can't wait for you guys to share it with me and see what it's like being a mommy. Of course, just from my point of view and everything. And yeah, I'm just excited to share that, and definitely subscribe so you guys can be a part of that journey with me. I am currently engaged, so excuse me, I'm currently engaged, so stay tuned for that too, because I'm gonna make that a separate video. Like, I'm gonna make that part a separate video, but stay tuned for that, because I'm sorry, I gotta go, but stay tuned for that, because I'm going to make that a separate video, and I'm gonna let you guys know details about that, and I'm gonna take you guys on a journey with that too. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe to stay tuned for more videos, because I'm back on YouTube. I'm gonna try to get more content and be more active. So like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching my video.